there's this assumption that if a kid wants a lot of money and you bring a kid in, a top player like a Quincy Porter or Mylan Graham, that they're divas, they're bad kids, they're not going to work out. It's total bullshit. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's a ton of evidence out there that shows great players that wanted bags, that still competed hard. They didn't blow up the locker room. Are there going to be some assholes that are divas out there here and there? Yes. But there's always the fallacy of, oh, well, he's a bad fit. I always hear that from Penn State fans when they don't go out and spend money for top players. I've heard for years, oh, let Miami overspend for them guys. They're not going to buy their way to a national championship. Well, look where they're at now. I've heard that for years. So just get the Indiana delusion out of your heads. You still got to acquire top talent. Will you lose some and not retain some? Sure, but you're going to retain most of them. You've seen all of the top players from Iowa State follow Matt Campbell, and did they get some money? Sure, but could they have went other places and got a lot more money? I bet you they probably could have. They're going to stick with their coaches, just like Ethan Grunkenmeyer went to Virginia Tech, just like Tyser Denmark, who Franklin gave no chance to, went to Virginia Tech. So you're still going to retain most of your players. They're not all just going to jump the boat to go for another bag. And if they do, if you sign a kid, and I know this doesn't make sense, like with contracts, if you sign a kid, okay, and he doesn't pan out, let's say you give a kid an $800,000 NIL deal, a top talent, right? And you see he's not working out and he wants to leave, or if he does work out, he wants to go. So you don't keep paying him. You don't have to keep paying him. That's what Penn State did this year with all the guys that Franklin gave deals to. I'm sure Andrew Olish wanted to keep making $1 million, wanted to keep his $1 million NIL deal. They said no. You don't have to keep paying them. Every contract, I guess, is written up different, but clearly you don't have to keep paying them because teams don't. And as far as the NIL, so they're given $30 million. Now, something you got to remember, all the players that left, the 40-some, 50-some, however many it is, that portaled out, all that money is now freed up.